Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Twisted Trooper here, Steve Mendoza, New York Savage Beast Generation MagFed, coming to you live from my house to your house, New York City, Long Beach, New York. We have an interesting panel for you tonight. We're going to stick on topic. So tonight is talking about events that have happened and events coming up. So without delaying it any further, on top right-hand corner, you all know him. He most recently was playing a game this weekend that he'll talk about, the Battle of Berlin. The Sergeant of Arms for the New York Savage Beast and the co-host of Generation MagFed, Gene, aka the Dragon.
Hello, guys.
All right, what's going on, Gene? Gene, why don't you introduce the rest of the panel today before we go?
We have an interesting cast today. In the middle, right to my right, we have Hancock Powers. All the way to the end, from the East Coast Hunters, we have Hellcat. Buddy, my partner in crime, right there, Intel. And we have Jim, Mr. Baba Yaga. Love the name.
Baba Yaga.
Regulators. And nothing but else, we also got Steve, Double H, the Headhunter. Oh man, so what's up, everybody? How's everybody's night doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty smacked up from the weekend.
All right.
I see you got the new Glock that came in.
Yes. I'll show it to you guys now. So I was supposed to get it today, but I got it on Saturday while I was at Berlin. Too bad I didn't get to use it.
You got to put some more light. You got to put some more light. You're really dark.
He operates in the shadows, bro. That's how he is.
That's how he operates,
you
in the dark.
Right.
Yeah, I know me. All quiet. Pretty nice. It has a nice weight to it, you know. I like the feature where you could just interchange the grips. I have big hands, so, you know. But other than that, very comfortable. I can't wait to use it. I'm with it. You guys know me. I wish I had it for Berlin because Berlin was, oh my God, an exciting event this weekend. I had the pleasure of going out with my brother Intel, JV, Solid Snake, and of course my brother Echo. And I can't say much, man. Shout out to the 101, Buddy Flintlock, and Larry from Team Shadow. These guys, they did an amazing job. We came home with the victory. We won by 1 point, but you know what they say, there's 1 point, it causes it. And it was a sweep. The Allies have swept the Axis for the past 2 years. Haven't won a game. Point. So, you know, it's fun.
And what about you, Hancock? Were you at the Battle of Berlin this weekend?
I was not. I had an uneventful weekend, man. I didn't play any paintball. I haven't played any paintball in a few weeks. Since.
Yeah, you have my condolences there. You know, you missed a lot.
Yeah, I know. I missed a lot, and there's still a lot going on. So
the last time you and I we crossed fields, we played on the same field. The first time I ever met you was Castle Frontlines at EMR. Which was a pretty intense battle.
It was. I
think I remember you saying that when we took the field, and he was like, "Wow, we never captured the flags as quickly as we did." But yeah, that was the first time, and I was like, "Wow, you know, definitely got to rock out with you. They hit the field with you again. It was a pleasure on the field with you."
Yeah, definitely, it was a pleasure playing with you as well, man. Definitely. I just, regret not bringing enough of the 518. Any, actually. None of them really showed up. A lot of those guys, they play tournament ball and, just spread out pretty thin. So, there was a lot of tournaments going on that weekend and the weekend after. And it just wasn't available to show up. So I think if I had brung any firepower to the table, as far my own personal guys from my area, we would have destroyed them. But we barely lost. We ran out of time, but that was a great game. I got to meet New York Savage team. They came out, and it was like 40 of them, 40 deep. They came. They had women and children and everything. It's crazy.
Yo, that's
They
how we
set
roll.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying, they set up the whole TV screen
That we roll, baby.
and we were able to look at the layout and stuff and come up with a plan that it almost worked. It actually almost worked. We ran out of time, but it was a great game. The odds were against us, and they didn't think we would get as far, make as far as we did. Man, we got in that castle. It was late. We got in there late, but
they I think rumor has it they had like an endless supply of air and.
Well, it's not. Honestly, it was not even that, man. It's that we didn't apply the pressure that we should have applied on all four sides of the castle, constantly, consistently, and it's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if we didn't, it wasn't even about the numbers or if they had more air. We had access to air and paint and everything too. We just didn't. We didn't execute. And it was. Listen, to me, let me tell you something. To me, on New York Savage and some of the guys that he had on his team, and to meet these guys from Staten Island, man. What was the name of that guy? They had this name. Oh, I forgot the name of the team. It was two guys from Staten Island. They almost won MVP, man. They were great. I loved them. You know what I'm saying? They came and they had the chicken. They had the chicken outfits. Remember? They had the chicken suits.
I remember you're talking about. I don't remember I can't remember the name.
Two guys.
I remember that.
They had the chicken outfits on, man.
On the chicken, Hancock.
I can't remember.
Chicken, we had a team like that this weekend at Berlin. They had a chicken as their logo. The team was called Thunder Chicken.
Yeah. Oh, I think that was them. How many of them was there?
Wow, over there they had a good, I say 12, 13 of them. It was a good handful. And I tell you, congrats to one of them. He won most valuable player, most valuable team. I think they won. He did an amazing job.
I think they're from Staten Island or something like that, right?
Amazing job, those boys.
I wasn't at Better in Berlin this weekend. I couldn't make it, unfortunately.
Listen, well, the two of them alone impressed me. I was like, yeah. So I like those guys. I was glad to meet the two of them. But
it's the almighty Thunder Chicken,
like an old school legendary team from like back in the days or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And they just kind of like got back together and reemerged. So I would really love to run into those guys again. It was a great game overall. We almost pulled the upset. They didn't think we'd make it that far, man. So I was happy with it. Even though we lost, we almost pulled the upset, and then I was glad that my son won. What was it? Young Gunner.
Young Gunner.
So,
Fuck yeah, bro.
Young Gunner award. So it was a great game, man. That was the last. That was my last time generaling an event. And then after that, I just had so much other personal stuff I know I had to take care of. I couldn't put it off anymore. And in the process, I bought a truck. I bought a pickup truck. I didn't even know I was going to purchase a pickup truck. It just happened that way.
Midlife crisis? Can this be classified as a midlife crisis?
Maybe. I don't know. Because it's like, I don't know. Well, it's better than buying a motorcycle. Like, I wouldn't do that. So right now.
No. I mean, you buy a motorcycle, you're risking the chance of driving at one time and then coming out and it's gone. I know a friend of mine, that happened to him. He bought a bike and drove it. He put the plates on, got the insurance, drove it out, went to the Bronx, went to the city, parked, went into the movie theater, came out, bike gone, not even towed, gone. His chain was right there, the lock was there, gone. So
I'd find you, your mom, your dad, but your kids no longer okay.
Oh, we know, John Wick. We know, Baba.
Right.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
So, Mr.
Hellcat.
Mr. Hellcat, Roger.
Not to keep rambling on about me, but we do have an event this weekend at Ape. You were just talking about it, Uprising.
We're actually gonna get don't give that away because we're actually gonna get to that. We're actually gonna get to that.
Next week.
Roger.
All right, it's next week.
Roger, what's going on with you, sir?
Unfortunately, I just played at my home field this weekend. They had an attack and defend of the fort. It's a good about 50 to 100-yard perimeter outside of the fort, depending on certain areas. Some come out a little more than others. There wasn't a really big turnout, so it ended up being like all of the home field's teams against 7 East Coast Hunters and 2 other regular players. We had a lot of rentals. It was a tough battle. But you know what? It's paintball, man. It's still had a blast. And, we kept walking back into that fort with the gunfire just everywhere, man. Right up to the end, you know.
Well, the real question is, regardless of the turnout, did you have fun?
Oh, always, 100%.
You know, so knowing full well that you had fun, you can also guarantee that everyone who was there also enjoyed themselves.
Oh yeah. It was definitely a good day. Everybody put up. They hung in there with us. The Reynolds hung in there with us. Up until the headshots started coming from like 10 feet away.
Yeah, baby.
So I got.
James, you just got to out.
What happened? You're frozen again. Oh, today you are Caesar. Today you are definitely Caesar.
That's extreme paintball, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Gene, you good? Your signal good now?
Oh, don't do that. I'm good. Shout out to Paintball King. Just gave a shout out to James. You know, shout out to him for watching on YouTube.
Intel. I know that you were with Gene. I know you went to with Gene this weekend.
Yes, indeed.
Your perspective of what happened and how the game went
on Saturday?
What you thought that was good? What you thought that was bad? You know, talk your mind.
So this year was my first Ion that I went to, and Ion in itself was an awesome game. It was nonstop battles, and I got to say, the Battle of Berlin took the cake. It was not only nonstop battles, but it was just constant firefight. The reason why that game was so close at the end is because both Axis and Allies were giving it literally their all, and it was fucking amazing.
That was a good game.
Fuck yeah.
It was it. Have you experienced anything that intense?
No. This is honestly the most intense game that I've played. It was nonstop. They literally, the only thing that took me out was unfortunately a friendly tank had to take me out. I was in the turret in the castle, and I guess they thought I was the enemy, and they literally lit me up and the other 3 people around me. But that's the only way that I got out.
We also had a disadvantage too. We kept flying up. We kept fogging up throughout that whole field. That rain kept stopping us. We'll find a nice tree, and we'll just quickly wipe and straight forward. But every Savage did an amazing job, especially Intel. You know, staying in the back, sniping, getting these headshots.
All right. We're gonna get into that.
And I just want to give a quick shout out to and thanks for hosting us and having us. The 101st, they were great hosts. We were very proud to stand right by them and give basically the front lines were just giving them hell. to the access. It was awesome.
Well, I wanna know about it in a minute. But let me go to our final panelist. You know what? I'm just gonna. You go ahead and you speak your mind, ladies and gentlemen. This gentleman here was recently playing the game over at Matt's Outback, Sleepy Hollow. Very insightful man. It was a good event, very good turnout. But I was listening to him speak, and I'm gonna. If I tell you any further, it's gonna do it an injustice. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and I'm gonna let him speak so that you can hear the articulation. It is. Go right ahead, sir.
My name's James Costigan, Jimmy Cos, aka Baba Yaga, number 187. Representing regulators from Western Mass. We played up at Matt's Outback. It was a good event, Sleepy Hollow. We pushed the shit out of them in the beginning of the game. We took their spawn in like 15 minutes, but the only problem was it was kind of just the event itself was great. It just the field didn't have the staff or the manpower for the referees, and it really took integrity out of the game, because I don't know what it is like when you're speedballing. Like if you're on a speedball field, everybody's got mad integrity, but it seems like as soon as you're behind a bunker, like a lot of people have been losing their integrity, blackballing, and I've seen a lot of blackballing going on, and it was really, that's the only thing that disheartened us. But other than that, it was a really fun event. I mean, at one point it was like 15, 16 of us, all regulators, and we were up in that castle, and there was 30 plus had us held down, and it was like the time of our life, and it got wet. I mean, we got it on video. It got wet. It was a blast. It was a bloodbath. I didn't care. We said we were going to go back in. Nobody's out there. We said, hey, it's 10 of us. Let's go. And we did. It was a great game. And final battle, we whooped their ass. That's all I want to say about that.
How'd it go with the pumpkin carving contest?
You know, we didn't have the bodies, like I said. The sides weren't really, it was like a shouting match kind of thing, you know. Sorry we had to kick their pumpkin in, but you know, you know.
You kick their pumpkin in.
You know, shit just goes down, you know. We stomped it down.
You bully. What? Wow, what a bully.
No, it was all in fun. This is all in fun.
Oh, I know.
It's all in fun. We lost by 25 points, and I put that all on us. We had to plant a bomb somewhere. We put it in the wrong spot. We went back and got it, and that was a bitch, and we ran out of time. But like I said, there really wasn't a lot of referee support there. And hope next year there'll be a lot more. That's all.
Well, I gotta say, in Matt's Outback and Tom's defense, I have to say he's got a phenomenal field. And he does have refs, but it's hard. And this has a lot to do with the paintball community in general. Is that we put up the links, you know, the pre-reg links.
Yes, sir.
And the reason we're putting up, one, is to give you guys a heads up and say, hey, listen, you want to register for the event. But it also gives the field an idea of how many refs they're actually going to need for this event. And if you have 30 guys, then he's going to say, okay, I have a normal ref day, you know, 4 guys, 5 guys. Okay. Plus, you know, for the rentals and so forth. But now you have a larger outcome. Now you got 200 guys, 250 guys, 200 guys. Now you have a problem because you've anticipated.
Not to cut you off, that's a rookie mistake that some field owners do, or a cheap person's mistake. You know, whenever you're having a paintball event, you always want to have a little extra staff.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? You always want to have a little extra. You can't go with your normal You know, because
Well,
you never know who's gonna show up. You know, even you can't go off your registration numbers. You can't.
yeah.
Back in years ago, and yeah, but you can't do that anymore. You know, people are because of COVID or whatever. People ain't registering for events. They're just showing up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that
So,
brings an interesting question, or not question, but an answer that came in and chime in. Jeffrey Medina. A lot of you guys know Jeffrey. He's been reffing up there. He's played up there. There's actually pictures of him for this weekend that was up there. I met him at Black Hawk Down when we had our event up there, and I met him up there again since. But he brings up a good point. He says, event producers need to bring refs or hire refs, and that's interesting. That's also an interesting point. The league that we're in for the MagFed League, he, will go with the field refs, but at the same time, if we know, hey, listen, maybe we should hire another 2 refs, he'll hire the 2 refs.
we'll
So
have a couple extra.
right, he, and then again, that comes down, that's a communication issue between the producer and the field owner. But in Matt's defense, Tom's defense, I mean, it is. He pretty much lets you run with the ball. He said, you go to him, you tell him, hey, listen, I want to run an event. All right, sure. For what day? He'll say, okay, fine, you go ahead. And you do all the promoting, you do all the plugging, you do all the legwork. He lets you do, you run the event from beginning, soup to nuts, beginning to end. And again, in his defense, it's still not an excuse for not having enough refs, but I've had that issue 2 times there. But it's an easy overlook because the caliber of players we do play with, there are not too many guys that actually do wipe. But I wanted to know, I got feedback with somebody. I wanted to know more about what you were saying about the blackballing, which got me curious.
I think it's just because I think it was because of lack of refs. People know in the field, we're out of, we're not we're not regular players there. There was just some rules were bent. I'm not condoning it. I just think this sport, we all need our integrity, because if you're a man and you don't have any integrity, then what are you, right?
True.
I mean, you should be, I mean, I'm the first wife. If I even think I'm hit, I'm out. I don't need to bunker up on something, because I don't need people. If you got someone yelling at you, I mean, they see the splatter. I mean, that paint was so orange. I mean, you could see the mist spray. Gun hits count there. I mean, it was just, sometimes it got a little ridiculous. And at one point, we all walked off the field. I mean, we literally walked off the field for about 10, 15 minutes. And I'm sure nobody noticed, because there really wasn't a ref to notice it. And the other team must have been noticing, like, what's going on, But
that's how it feels to play airsoft.
yeah, really, I've never played airsoft, so.
Oh,
No,
I know
But
he's digging. He's digging at somebody.
But if
But go
if
ahead.
you don't want to play straight up, I don't really want to play. Everybody goes there to have fun, We're all going there to have fun. And at the end of the day, Steve, I had fun. I was with my boys, and we were laying paint down. We had team dinner after that, and we had a great time. You know what I mean? Because that's paintball life. That's paintball family.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Paintball family. At the end of the day, I mean, we're all family because we all do the same thing, and we all enjoy with this same hobby. And that's exactly what it is. It's a hobby. It's a pastime. It's a passion for some. And at the end of the day, when you at the barbecue pit, or you're at the restaurant, or you're chugging a few cold ones back, or you're smoking a couple of cigarettes or bud or whatever it is that you're doing, and you're doing it with the guys, it's like, you can't put a price tag on that. It's a good day to actually sit down and, oh yeah, I shot this guy. Oh yeah, you shot him. I shot him. And at the same time, you're drinking and you're talking and you're.
Well, that happened to us on Saturday when we left Berlin. One thing about me, every time I hit Pennsylvania, I have to stop at Wawa's. I don't know about you guys, but you got to stop at Wawa's. I went with JV and Echo. We stopped at Wawa's. We ate. We was eating. We were talking shit about after the event, how we did. All of a sudden, we were all sleeping in my truck. Like half an hour, we was knocked out. We was there chilling after we ate, knocked out. I set up an alarm
I'm
because
live.
I was exhausted. When slept on Thursday.
I'll call you back.
And then I set up an alarm to take like a 30-minute quick nap. I told the guys,
Sorry
talking
about
shit,
that.
but let me take a 30-minute quick nap because we got to drive back to New York. All of a sudden, we're all knocked out. And what woke my alarm went off, I didn't hear it. What woke me up was Echo snoring in the back. He was snoring. He was knocked out. I was like, yo, what is going on? But we was exhausted. But yeah, talking shit. To me, paintball is a getaway. I've always looked at paintball as a getaway when everybody always has a hard time at work or a hard week. It doesn't matter how it is, either if it's family, work-related, anything. When you go out on the field, you forget about everything. You forget about, oh, I got to do this. Who gives a shit? You're there enjoying your time with friends. And sometimes it's not even friends, it's family. Because when you join a team or you play with somebody and you trust that person to have your six on that field, they become your family member. It's not about, oh, yeah, we're both. No, we become family because I'm giving you that power to watch my six because I know I'm going to have yours. And at the end of the day, whether it's win, lose, this, that, and third, the main thing is to enjoy yourself and have fun. And that about wiping, it's true, like Jim said, you're not showing your integrity. Because then what does that make you as a paintball player? You can say, yeah, I shot you. But how many times did you get shot and you was loyal enough to raise your hand, I got shot, let me walk off the field?
Yep.
Let me ask you. We got Hancock and we got Hellcat and we got Jim, right? And they've been around longer than us playing. I mean, I'm up there with them because I'm not probably not that much older than Hancock, and pretty close to in between Jim and Roger in age.
I'm older than all of you.
Well, how old are you?
53.
Oh hell yeah, you're definitely older than me. I'm 47.
Same here.
All right. So let's do the rundown. What year you started playing? I started playing 07. That was my first year playing.
07 was for you?
Yeah.
I first started playing
Mine was
92, stopped and came back in 2010.
Oh, okay.
I started in 2000. I was just a kid. My cousin was the one who forced me. He's like, come on, we're going to go paintballing. And it was my first game, like skirmish. He's like, come on, we're going to go paintballing. And I'm like, no, that shit hurts. He's like, shut up. You don't know how it feels if you never played it. I'm like, no, I'm not going. I remember he picks me up 6 in the morning. I'm a kid. Locks on. And takes me with. I basically got kidnapped. Went with him, we played. And I'm seeing him take out all these markers. And I ask him, ooh, what am I using? And all he does is this. He points. I'm like, he gave me a 98 custom on the field. And I got lit up. I want to go back. And I stopped playing. I kept going. I stopped playing when I had my son. And my best friend brought me back in 2018. And then I just got back. And then I joined the Savages. I've been playing for about 20 years.
Wow.
Yeesh.
Off and on.
Oh, what about you, Roger?
I've only been playing for 4 years. I took my nephew to the field. I was taking him to the field because he wanted to play. And I was headed over to Extreme there. I met up with the regulators and the East Coast Hunters. And I've just been buying more equipment and playing ever since.
Sweet.
Yo, Raj, you look like you've been playing for 27 years, bro.
Hancock's face was like, I'm like, okay, it's gonna come any minute because you see in his face, he's like, the face, the eyes are like
4 years.
4 years.
And the cool thing is, if you see him on the field, is right. You think he played like 27 years old.
I'm telling you, man. He's got that old school look, that old school baller look.
So
playing with old Bob Long.
I have
You
to.
know,
I
wish I
have,
do it a lot earlier. It probably would have saved me a couple divorces.
oof. I have to go really quick to Intel. Intel, how long have you been playing?
So recreationally, probably about 5 years, but serious, at least a year.
Wow. Okay, so
Yeah, I was a rental for a while.
all right, so we have a big full gambit here.
Been playing 5 years, 6 years.
Full gambit here, man. And believe it or not, there's a lot of experience on this panel right now that I'm sure that if we were to actually walk onto a field and actually play a mission together, I'm pretty sure we would all knock it the fuck out the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Saturday.
Which brings me really quick to my first question with regards to an event that's coming up. I'm gonna touch on it really quick, but then I'm going to top off of it. Paint of Thrones, November 7th, is about a week and a half away, maybe a little about 2 weeks.
Next weekend.
And they have been recruiting, not this weekend, the following weekend, right? Yeah. So they have been recruiting actively, and they're amassing, all kinds of paintball players and teams. So having you guys here on the panel,
Oh God, I knew he was gonna.
I have to ask. I'll start with Hancock. Hancock,
Yeah.
we're not. I don't want to sound like we're calling for help, but we're calling for help. Does that make sense? Like I'm not calling for help.
I got this for you, Steve. I got this for you. Hancock, who will you be playing with on November 7th? See, Steve, much easier for you. You don't have to
Listen, you don't have to put me on the spot. You don't have to put me on the spot. You've asked me, or all you guys asked me, and you know who I align myself with. I've always aligned myself with you guys, because you guys aligned yourself with me in the past. So I will be playing. With
The select
where's
few.
your guys' name?
The select
Yes.
few.
Select few and
Yes.
Fast Beast.
I will not be playing with what's the other guy's name?
Dark Side.
Put it this way: they don't need, you don't even need to know their name. We don't know them.
Okay. We're not gonna go into that.
I will be playing with Savage Beast for sure. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Hellcat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know the commute may be an issue. Getting enough guys may be an issue. There are a lot of variables that come into play. But let's say for a moment that everything lines up. Can we expect to see you there? And if so, what team?
Oh, I'm gonna be running with you guys, and yeah, it's already in the plans. I just got to book a room. That's the only thing that hasn't been done yet. So I mean, the waiver's been out.
There we go. And sir, I humbly ask you
I've
for
been
your
talking to my boys. I've been talking to my boys, and I'll just say that we operate in the shadows, and things could happen. I don't want to give it out right now on how many bodies we got, basically, but you might see a few regulators out there.
That's you see, Patrick, that's how it's done. I don't have to buy them. I just ask them. Remember that.
Put us on the spot live.
The one that I kind of ambushed. I was trying to get him actually, but Gene beat me to it. But I was trying to get Hancock. I actually reached out to him, but I missed his phone call. He missed my phone call. So, and then I just didn't get around to it. But then when Gene said, "Oh yeah, I spoke to Hancock," I was like, "Oh yeah." So the ambush here was Hancock, but you see, it was done tactfully. It wasn't that, yo, Hancock, I want to buy you like 5 cases of Henny if
Nope. A case of paint will do. But
like you have 7 shots right here. Go take them out, Baba Yaga.
All right,
You have 7 shots.
We we know that there's some events coming up. A lot of us are going to be going to. You have Gene. We have what? The UMFL event. The fun.
Well, next week, yeah. Next week, let's start like this. I know we got Paint the Thrones. We're gonna put that at the side. We just spoke about it. Uprising next week, Saturday, on November 6th, is gonna be a hell of an event up in Nassau, New York. It's Albany.
Yeah.
We have that one where Hancock will be one of the XOs.
Do we know the generals? Who the generals are?
I could pull it up right now real quick, but I know Hancock is an XO. If I'm correct, I think Hellcat is an XO also.
Yeah, I got it listed here.
This is my first game going up against Hancock. I've always been with him. So
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a very interesting game. This game.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here. Hold on. Let me see.
So for Uprising, on the blue team, you have General Mike Andreas, XO Nin Bogue, John Equisey, and Roger Cogswell. For the red, you have General Cody Brockway,
Cody.
XO New York Savage Ghost from the New York Savage Beast. Then you got TJ Chase, and then Hancock Powers.
Deep breath there.
Yeah.
So that's Uprising.
That's a hell of a matchup. That's a hell of a matchup.
Yes, that is.
It'll be a game. If I'm correct, I think this will be the first game with 3 XOs. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the first games with 3 XOs.
No. Andrew pulled off a 3XO. I think it was Red Dawn. I think if I'm not mistaken, that was a 3XO. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yes.
Was it?
Yeah. I think that was a 3XO event. But don't quote me on that. I could be wrong.
No, it was. Believe me.
Let me ask you guys something. Wait a minute. Hellcat and Hancock are polar opposites on this event coming up.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Look how that worked out.
Yeah, it's I noticed it, but I didn't notice it. I was like, we'll see what happens. So I'm not so sure if that's really gonna happen, but yeah, it looks like that's what's happening. Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that shit worked out. Wow, that's interesting.
It's like the next day they'll be teammates.
The poles are bending.
And then the next day, our next event will be Sons of Liberty, where Hellcat, our brother, will be the general. Jim will be the XO, and our brother Caesar will be the other XO.
Well, wait, what's the date on that one?
November 20th.
November 20th?
20th. That one's at Rhode Island. It's a brand new field. And I thought I wasn't going to make it, but guess what? I will be backing you up, Hellcat.
Dude, Rhode Island's like
I'm not so.
5 hours away from
I will be to back you guys up for the Liberty. Let's take over.
I'll be there as well.
Fun.
Nice.
Hancock, do you have any events that you know off the top of your head that you want to plug in?
Mine are just local events. Real quick, December 4th, I believe it's a Saturday. It's the annual Toys for Tots event at Capital Combat Zone. Shoot, let me get the right what do you call it? Date on that. I believe it's
about Toys for Tots while he looks for the info. Guys, also November 6th and November 7th, Ghost and the Savage Beast. We're hosting a drive. We're collecting toys for kids. I don't know if we've been speaking about it on every podcast, but we're hosting a drive. If you have a toy and you would like to donate it for these kids for Christmas, and Christmas is around the corner. The days are going by quick, So we're going to collect these toys to give it for these charities so these kids can open up a gift Christmas morning. And our brother Steve has not said it better. He always says a child opening up a Christmas gift every morning is the most beautiful thing ever. Because us as kids, we always woke up 5, 6 in the morning. We jumped on our parents' bed. Mom, Dad, it's Christmas. Let's go. We always wanted to get under that tree.
I
us
didn't,
giving
I didn't even
back.
do that. I just put all the lights on in the house. Say, hey, he came, let's go. And wake everybody up in the fucking house. But that's the joy, that's the beauty of this. If you guys, some of us had that time that we can actually do that. We can, remember that. Others weren't as fortunate. So just take, if you guys weren't those fortunate individuals, growing up, I apologize. And if it comes off insensitive, but think about the time that you did get that one present, how you felt. So that's what this is about. It's very important to me. Thinking about it. So when you guys come out, bring a new unused, it could be wrapped, could be unwrapped toy. It will get, in the hands of an individual, of a child that's going to open it up Christmas morning. That will be taking. Huh?
Your boy Ishmael says hello. He says yo.
Yeah, he's the one who called. All right, so go on. What were you saying, Hancock?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think to piggyback on what he was saying, yeah, Toys for Tots events are great, man. If you can go to any paintball event or Toys for Tots event in your area, by all means, go to it, man. Bring a brand new toy and go to that, man. I think those are that's one of the best paintball events they've ever come up with. A Toys for Tots Christmas event. I think that's great.
And when is that?
Ours is we have it every year, December 4th. It's a Saturday at Capital Combat Zone. It's a Christmas Peril, Toys for Tots. We have it every year. It's going to be great. I am the defending Santa. It's good Santa versus bad Santa sort of deal. I'm the defending Santa, so if you guys can come out, bring a brand new toy, and play for me, man. We had a lot of fun last Christmas. There's a lot of kids involved, a lot of teamwork. Honestly, man, the kids they show more teamwork than we do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Hello?
Yes. No, I'm nodding my head. I'm going like this. You got me speechless on that one because I'm agreeing. We've talked about it on the show before. When we had other panels, and I told them, I said the same thing. I was like, listen, these kids go out and they do a hell of a lot more than what actually what we do.
Oh,
yeah. They go out there and they gun, they run, they do. I hate to say it, they do shit that we want to do, but we don't do it because we're gonna get, we're gonna jump over that barricade or jump over that bunker, and next thing you know, we're gonna break a fucking leg and we'll be fucked up. These kids, they jumping and they don't care. Whew, they jumping.
Yeah,
So,
they're afraid. Yeah, it's like when I first started playing paintball, I was that way, and I every now and then I still do it. I got lazy. You know what it is? We've done it before. We've ran for those flags. We've flipped those flags under fire, hundreds of times. And now we're just leaving it for the kids to do now. So I guess that's part of it as well. Just real quick, there's another event, December 19th. That's a Sunday at Paintball Asylum. It's a bring your own paint MagFed meetup. All right. And that's at Paintball Asylum.
I believe that is Chuck Peters who's organizing it. Yeah. Chuck Peters from the what was it, Ghost Elite Assassins, right?
I believe so.
I believe
it's
Ghost Alliance or Elite. I'm sorry, Chuck. I'm sorry. I should know that because your team is a member of the same league that we're in. I should know that, and I'm the commissioner, so I should know that. But yeah.
And of course, Paint of Thrones, November 7th, of course, that game. So
I have to say, Paint of Thrones has been pretty much swallowing a lot of my my time. I've been challenged in it. I've been called out in it. I've called out individuals from it. So, it is looking to be the WrestleMania of paintball, of open class events on the East Coast. And they're recruiting hard. That's they're recruiting hard. They're recruiting hard, and they're trying. They're trying, and it's just, you guys, the way I'm looking at it is, it's all love at the end of the day, but their ideology behind the methodology of playing, it just like really gets under my skin. The whole dark side thing just bothers me, and the way that they operate and motivate, and so I see it as like where they, like Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back kind of thing, where again, we're the rebellion going against them. So
Right.
that's how I see it, and I know that we're gonna win this because we have
Losing
to give.
time is blood.
Yeah, it's not in my repertoire, and there's it would be nice to get Bishop back his belt so that when he goes to Aruba, he could rub it in their he could rub it in their face, and then of course when the belt comes back, we can pass it around like a cheap whore, and we can all take pictures with it, and that's really going to bother them because they play the role so well. But anyway. I see it sucks me into it as soon as we start talking about it, and I gotta like pull myself out of it.
So I got a couple people chiming in on Facebook. You got Anthony Gutierrez saying, "What's up, guys?" And it should be Santa Claus versus Krampus. You also got Solid Snake chiming in saying, "What's up?" From Newark, New Jersey. Chuck Peters, the Elite Assassins.
There we go.
And then you got some Francisco Sanchez.
Oh, that's
saying,
the New Jersey Pap smear.
Yeah, he's saying Couch Potato Steve Mendoza.
Yeah, that's one of the guys from the New Jersey Nightmares.
Team.
That's a team. This is a speedball team. They're crossing into Mag, or they're trying to cross into Mag.
I'll answer that easily. They're a bunch of who the hell knows who the hell they are. Easy. Case closed.
I know, Steve.
That's me.
That's it.
So they've called me out, and so I'm gonna take them up, and then like I told them, I'm going to spank them like the babies that they are, and then they're gonna go back home and cry.
And you know what you tell? Yeah, there you go. Oh my God, trash talk.
Well, it's gonna wind up coming that way. It looks that way because the comments that are just we're trying not to read them all because they're all leading for the 7th. But it's just at this point of the stage, at this point in in this evolutionary stage that we're in, it has taken it's taken a life all by itself. It really has, and I mean, it's a good thing, which means that our next event, and when we do our next event, and we do another, we collab and we do our next event, that is going to be a pretty successful event. So, the love that you guys are showing and the attention that you guys are giving just for this one event, has gotten guys in trouble. They've gotten put in Facebook jail because what they were saying was interpreted as bullying, but it really isn't. It's just, but yeah,
I'm one of them.
Yeah, he's one of them. I'm one of them. Hellcat has chimed in a couple of times. Jim has chimed in a couple of times. Intel has chimed in a couple of times. So it does get addicting. It does pull you in, and I know that the viewers at some point are getting tired of hearing about it. But listen, you know what?
Got a whole bunch of likes on this side.
And listen, and people watching this podcast, guys, it's not real. When we are talking smack, it's not real. I got a bunch of phone calls from relatives telling me, "Who are you trying to shoot?" I'm like, "Huh? Who are you trying to kill? What you want?" I'm like, wait. It's not real. Relax. We're talking about paintball here. It's not real. So, people, it's not real. At the end of the day, I guarantee you, when the event is over, we are all going to sit down and probably drink a couple beers together, because that's how a paintball community is. We will talk smack, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it's all love. At the end of the day, we're not trying to harm each other. All it is
all right. Now let's be a little bit more realistic. There are some rivals out there, and there are people out there that I genuinely enjoy shooting the shit out of.
It's on the
vindictive level.
at the end of the day, regardless of the matter of the fact, you not mean no harm to that person. Regardless.
Right.
Yes,
And there's vendettas.
But
I want to
There's
shoot
vendettas, there's straight up rivalries, and there's entire teams who absolutely do not like each other. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I can agree. There are teams.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
My team has a team that they do not like, and they're waiting for the opportunity. That this is a small community, and there will be a time that we will cross each other and play against each other on the field.
I mean, I have seen certain communities, I ain't saying no names, they have damn near reached gang level with their shit. I'm not playing.
Yeah,
so
that too.
Seen that back in the days and all that. So.
It shouldn't be like that. I feel like paintball should be where we all gather together, we sling some paint, and then at the end of the game, we talk shit, sit down.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We have a member watching right now from the Deadly Sins, Carlito Way. He's chiming in. He's saying, "Oh shit, here we go. There goes the neighborhood." I think he's referring to the fact that Hancock is on, or I'm on. I'm not sure. But the reason why I interrupted was because I reached out to Deadly Sins, and I reached out to Carlito to ask Carlito, I know you're watching, to ask you if you were going to come to the event November 7th, Paint of Thrones, and if so, will you come and play on the righteous side, the select few? So I know you're watching. I know you're watching. And most of you guys know that I will never ask you guys to come out to an event. In fact, I would go to your events, but I've never asked anybody to come out to the event, to any event. Even if we had hours, I would promote it. But I never reached out to anybody specifically. And the reason why I'm reaching out to these individuals specifically and these teams specifically is because they earned my respect on the field. The way that they play, they move, the way that they're very tactical. I've developed a found respect for them. So for me to invite you guys over to participate in an event and come play with us says a lot by itself. That's me personally. It's
like Hellcat and Baba Yaga. I seen their game. Right. I think on Facebook, Jim was practicing shooting some practice dog. I'm like, yeah, you coming over here, boy. Over here.
So we have events coming up. There's an event that we're working on. Andrew Laporter, Buffalo Paintball, and the UMFL are working on. Just to give you guys a heads up, it's a 3-game. It's a 3-game event. It will take place New York City, or it will take place in the East Coast. All on the East Coast would be New York. More than likely someplace in Maryland or in Jersey. And then the other place would be either North Carolina or South Carolina. So it'd be up and down the East Coast. It'd be a three-game event.
So it has to be 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Well, it's gonna. Well, the way let me finish explaining. The premise of the game and the name of the game is Squid Game. So there will be a prize at the end. There will be a prize at the end of every event.
Here we go.
The game is structured to play. You're going to play traditional games. Now, instead of respawn, your respawn will have to be, you'd have to participate in a Squid Game. Squid Game could be red light, green light. It could be tug of war, just like you saw in the movie. Something simple, not too complicated. Where because that old saying, too many cogs in the wheels, something's gonna go wrong. So we're gonna make it very simple, and it's either going to be dodgeball, tug of war, or red light, green light. There will be individuals dressed up. You will have a front man, and you will have the soldiers. And the soldiers will shoot you with .43 caliber. So if you are shot, you are eliminated. So if you're part of a team, your team is now down one person. Now, this is all part of the game. It's structured the same way. You win the game. Your team either A will win the tournament because it's going to be structured like a tournament, or you're going to win individually. So you have two options to win. If you're the last person in your team and your rest of your team has been eliminated, and you're the last person, your team can still win. So you win for your team and you win for yourself. See what I'm saying? So it's an interesting concept. It's being worked on. The rules set has already been set. The format has already been set. There are negotiations.
So it's basically an elimination game.
Basically. You know, you go in, there will be, I'm not sure if they're going to structure cash and merch, or just cash, or just merch, or a combination of both. I'm not sure yet. This is going to be worked out very soon. It is in the talks between both leagues, between the promoter and the league. And it will be run by the UMFL, or it will be a collab between UMFL and Buffalo Paintball. So, just to give you a heads up, and it will be an open class event. So you'll have open class. Obviously, Mag and Speedballers will be coming on to do this. So we kicked the idea around, and we felt that it would be best to do it as a 3 events, to give the opportunity for those who can't travel to New York who wants to play. No problem. That game will come to either Jersey or Maryland, another location, play. And again, the individuals who can't make it to there, that game will then travel further south. So you'll have 1, 2, 3. So that's how they're structuring it, as 3 games. How does that sound to you guys?
Sounds nice. I like the idea.
What do you guys have in store for Sons of Liberty?
Well, hold on one second. Don't go there yet. Hold on one second. Hancock had a smirk. He had it before you went over to that comment. You see, there it goes again.
I don't know what to make of it yet. It's something that we have to actually see play out. It sounds exciting. Sounds like a tournament thing that I'll be interested in.
I mean, it is structured to promote fun. A lot of the events that I've gone to, and especially November 7th, this event that we're going to go to and participate in, they're doing the same thing, that they're doing the merch and cash. Now, a lot of guys say, "Oh, well, you give us cash, it lessens the sport, or it lessens what we do," and it really doesn't lessen what you do in actuality, because in actuality, it helps you to go to your next event. It helps you to buy whatever you need to buy. Let's say you're strapped on cash, but you want to come to the event, and you think you have a fair chance. Okay, you're gambling like you do at AC or something, but what happens if you do win? You get that $1,000. You get that $1,100 or whatever it is.
Cash and trophy.
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah.
And trophy.
Cash and merch. Yeah. Cash. So
Years ago, I was on my hardware kick a couple of years ago, and I didn't even care about winning no money. I just wanted to win hardware. And then after a while, I was just like, all right, I just want to win events as a team. Then I realized that I needed to be on a team. But anyway, go ahead, back to what you were saying. But some of us, we really, really don't care about the money. We just want that hardware.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be a combination of both. The way on November 7th, that's what they're doing, and that's what I'm trying to lean for them to do, the league and the producer, is to do a combination of both instead of doing 100% cash, because it kind of, but if you do the cash and the hardware, okay, cool. Now you got something, you guys want to play for, something that they can barter for, something that they can trade. You understand? So there's a room of possibilities. Maybe they want to keep it, maybe they don't want it. So there's so many possibilities when it comes to the merch and the hardware. So that event is working out. It's going to be a 3-day. The rules are very, very simple. They'll be posted when we have everything set in stone. We'll probably maybe we'll do it. Paintball Asylum. I talked to Chuck Peters. We were going to do something there. We talked to Cousins. We're doing something at Cousins. So the opportunity is there. It's just now we're just figuring out the logistics. Where would be good. Good area, good location for people to travel to. That's not too out of the way. And I know no matter what, it's going to be hard. So, but with that being said, bear with me when it comes to it. Just know that when we choose these 3 fields for these events, we're choosing the fields for the accessibility, highway accessibility, which is very important.
Yeah. Also, I think if you push it enough, man, you push it right and you push it enough, people will come. I mean, you got fuckers going to Hawaii for God's sake, to play fucking paintball. You know what I'm saying? So
This
I
guy
think
right here.
if you push it the right way, people will come anyway.
Fuck that. I was stationed there.
Yeah, I wanted to go. I just didn't. Honestly, I'm not saying I'm an anti-vaxxer. I'm not saying that. Not an anti-vaxxer. I just ain't feel like getting the vaccine just yet. And
I'm with you on that one.
They got you. Don't put a gun in my head. You don't take water. You don't make me starve and
I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, I agree with you there, but what?
Shout out to Joker. He's watching the podcast. He's chiming in.
Oh yes, I see Joker's chiming in.
Mr. Zeke, everybody.
Yeah, Mr. You're gonna change his name from Joker to Mr. Zeke, because everybody he says he wants to Zeke. So it's either my name is Jeff or my name is Mr. Zeke.
Yeah.
What up, Zeke?
So if you want this, I give you this.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Or I can give you my name is Zeke. So you can choose.
I was supposed to go to Hawaiian Legends. I honestly, because I was talking to, you could ask Hanu, he'll tell you. I was talking to him behind the scenes maybe a year or so ago, but then COVID happened, and then now they want me to get poked, and I ain't getting poked to go over there.
Well, I gotta tell you my experience. No lie. In the beginning of all this, I got really, really sick. I didn't know what the hell was going on at the beginning of all this. I didn't get to the hospital because of it, but I was really sick. I didn't know why. Come to find out, I go to a hospital for something totally unrelated, not COVID related whatsoever, nothing respiratory, nothing like that. For everybody knows I suffer from diverticulitis. Sorry. So they said, "Oh, you have antibodies. If you had COVID," I was like, "No. Apparently, I had the antibodies. How the fuck did I have the antibodies? I got it. Okay." So now I'm thinking I don't need to get vaccinated because now I work for Verizon and all of a sudden
they misdiagnosed you.
Now I had to get vaccinated, which wasn't a bad thing. I was against it in the very beginning, but if you stop to think about it, 99% of all of us have vaccine records. It's no different than what we doing when we were kids. When we go to school, you couldn't go to school without a vaccination card. But when I got to college, the same thing.
Those are tried and tested, though.
And the military and you're gonna tell me that every one of our shots that we got when we were going through MEPS, every one of those shots was tried and tested.
Boom, 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 boom. Both arms, right, Steve?
Yeah, both arms.
Mine was.
Tell you, even when I was over there, they would you had to sign a waiver, and they were giving you stuff that wasn't tested against your will. So I agree with what people are saying. I don't want to get it tested, or I don't want to get poked, or whatever the case is. I agree with that. That is, you're absolutely right, and I don't agree with what they're doing and making people lose their jobs.
Right.
Most recently, I was watching YouTube videos two guys sent to me about two cops who have been on the job for almost 20 years, and because they didn't get vaccinated on their time in Washington State troopers, and because they didn't want to get vaccinated, they got relief of duty. They got fired. Now, why should a person get fired and lose your pension because you don't want to get vaccinated? I understand the need for it, and I understand for us as well, because we're in close proximity with each other. Even though we're on the field, we're playing against each other. When we're off the field, where are we? We're like this. Hey, what's up? How you doing? We're talking to one another up close and personal. So thinking about it, I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should get vaccinated. Maybe it was the right thing to get vaccinated, in my opinion. Because I come home, my son is autoimmune. I have family and friends who are autoimmune. So now I might not get sick. I may be asymptomatic, and I'm going to give it to them.
Yeah, but unfortunately, what we're finding out is that the viral load is larger when you do get the vaccine, so you actually get it worse. But,
you do.
I don't know if we're crossing YouTube lines by talking about this.
Oh no, we're good. No, we're good. We're good. But
we're going to be in Facebook jail.
Liberty with Mr. Hellcat and Mr. Jim. What are we gonna do there? What do we expect for that date?
For Sons of Liberty?
Yeah, what do we expect for that day?
Oh,
You got,
but
I got a general and I got an XO. What are we doing that day? I got a general here and an XO. I want to know whose heads are we ripping off?
We're playing paintball. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna get out there. We're waiting for the specifics to come through. We haven't gotten any specifics, any mission specifics, anything. I think they just did the map. I have to double check it.
I wrote a mission that's kind of approved.
What's that? Yeah,
I wrote a mission that's kind of approved.
Put it out there on the Liberty page.
Are we expecting like a big field?
It looks to be a small field, but I'm just looking at the basic map. It looks like a small staging area. It's going to be a frontline battle the whole time. It's going to be a rush that first to just take as much ground as you can and try and hold it and push.
Yeah.
Well,
Between bonds,
you know that right next to you on your left center screen is a general from the opposing force. So you're saying some of your strategy and
no, it looks like
wait. You're not talking about Uprising, Sons of Liberty.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
Listen. I think Hellcat's not that crazy to spill beans for Uprising.
Yeah, so Dragon. So I'm basically the intelligence collection for New York Savage Beach. So part of my job is to look at the fields and to anticipate or do whatever I need to do to get information about the events. So for Sons of Liberty, I was looking at it. It looks like it's a new field because if you go on Google Maps, there's basically nothing there. But if you go to their website, it does look like there's small fields, but it looks like it's very well put together. And like you said, I think you're gonna find at Sons of Liberty, you're gonna find a lot of close combat and good fire battles.
We're gonna have a lot of. Is it open class or is it a straight speedball?
I couldn't hear either of you. What?
Open class or speedball for Sons of Liberty?
I believe it's open class.
Open class.
Cool.
Yeah, Sons of Liberty is an open class event. I was just pulling it up.
Can we use
And there's camping. And there's camping overnight.
There is camping. They are not first strike friendly. I don't think. I'm probably 9 sure that they're not first strike friendly.
It don't matter. I'm gonna be sniping somebody with this bad boy right here. It's use lasers. You hear me?
Are you bringing that on the 7th? That's the one you had at AMR, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll be shooting this. I'll be shooting the speedball gun, and I'm gonna probably bring out my my mag-fed marker that I built. Shoot some
That's a pump you had.
Yeah, it's the A5 that I modify. I modified my A5, man, with the MCS kit, and it's heavier.
I want to show you if he has it available. There is one of us here has a marker that I absolutely adore. If he ever sells it, I'm probably going to be the one just like flying to him to get it. But someone in this panel has a marker that is, wow.
Beautiful sniper rifle.
Jim, can we see that beautiful?
You gotta give me 10 seconds.
I'll give you 20 seconds.
Let's see it, and then I gotta go.
Yes. He has this one that is absolutely, my God. All right, really quick. So we already confirmed Hancock will be there. Whether everything aligns, Hellcat will be there. We know Jim's going to be there. I reached out to a couple of other teams. Carlito Way, Deadly Sins, waiting for confirmation.
We're gonna keep painting the secret right now about allies. Let's talk about Uprising.
Here we go. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. That. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You okay over there, Steve?
No. No. I
He wants
really.
You need a minute?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
So if you ever decide to put her up for adoption, before you before you
Charlize?
before you ever do that, let me know first. I will jump on it.
Yeah.
That is just a beautiful piece of art.
Thanks, man. T15.
That is just a beautiful piece of art.
15.
What's that? TMR?
That's a DMR. It's a DMR. Now, Hancock's marker, on the other hand, I've seen Hancock's marker shoot. And Hancock's marker shoots just as accurate as that T15.
Yeah, well,
100%.
Yeah.
I've seen.
I got. Look at this build. I'm gonna show you guys my build, man, and I'm actually proud of it because it's my first MagFed build from a basic, A5 Tippmann A5. Let me show you guys real quick.
Hellcat, do you have any MagFed markers?
I got an EMF 100.
Okay. I love it. It's solid.
Yeah,
Love the EMF. It's very solid.
I
I
got
have no complaints to that.
I got the Planet Eclipse, the rifle barrel for it, the Quake.
The
Oh,
Quake
yeah,
barrel?
I have one.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I have the Quick and I have the Nemesis. Oh my God.
yeah.
The EMF is a beautiful marker.
All right, this is.
I don't know if you guys.
Yeah. Oh my Lord Jesus.
This is mine from the
Oh,
A5.
With a D-Mag. That's a 20 round
D-Mag.
D-Mag.
Also takes the Helix mags.
Helix
Yeah, I know.
mags.
Yeah,
It's
I
just like
love
an
it.
MP5.
yeah,
Yeah.
full automatic.
That's nice.
And I don't mind the weight of it. People say it's a little heavy because it's got the Vortex, MCS Vortex.
Yeah,
kit on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know how heavy that thing is, but I don't mind the weight of it. And this is a second generation flatline barrel, which I'll get rid of and put something else on there. I want to put a Nemesis barrel on there because it's first strike compatible right now, and I'm just ready to let it rip, full automatic. And then I got my box mag for it, so it's ready to go, and it shoots fine. It doesn't chop. I had no chops or nothing with it, no problems. The only issue I have, I don't like the Helix mags. I don't like sticking the little butt beads down the tube all the time.
With the Helix mags, if you take a piece of fine grit sandpaper, you don't have to ever you don't have to use that anal bead.
That shit is insane, bro.
You take fine grit sandpaper, finishing grit, like what the sanders use, the painters use to smooth out the paint. So you take that and you go on the lip, and you sand the lip down maybe half a centimeter, and it makes all the difference. You can actually take the balls and literally load them in one by one without using the beads. Try it. I tried it.
D-Mag is a little
Tried
bit
it. I tried it.
Do that.
I like a 20 round speeder. I like it.
Right. Yeah, that's you just wind it up, right?
Yeah, that's the way you want it.
Yeah, that's easy.
Is that the V1 or the V2s, Jim? V1 or V2?
I'm still running the V1s.
Okay.
People say they don't like the D-Mags, but I don't mind D-Mags, man. You shoot them out, take it out, you flip it to the other side, and that's it. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. Some people don't like reloading like that, but I don't mind it.
It all comes down to a preference thing.
Yeah. When we was at Red Dawn, I remember Ghost put out Red Rum for the first time, that sniper rifle. And I remember somebody bought him Helix mags. And I remember Steve is there. I'm like, Steve, do you have a D-Mag? And he's like, oh. Damn, I need a D-Mag for the PTR 468. And then we found that D-Mag, that bolt action marker was, oh Dios, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with that marker. It's very, very accurate.
Yeah.
That D-Mag helps out a lot, especially for first strikes. It feeds it perfectly.
Feels really good. Yeah.
All right, well,
He's really
guys,
good.
we are actually, wow, this is the first time we actually finished on time. We're coming up to the end. We have about 7 minutes left. If you guys
The
want,
regulators are coming.
if you guys want to plug in your events, plug in your teams, plug in your fields, I'll start with you, Hancock. We'll go to Hellcat, Jim, and then we'll do Gene, Intel, and myself.
Like I said, Toys for Tots event at Capital Combat Zone, December 4th. What's the game at your game that you're going to be at GRC? Yeah.
Oh, which one? The Paint of Thrones?
Yeah, Paint of Thrones. I'm sorry.
Paint of Thrones at MSG.
Paint of Thrones at MSG. These are all local in the area, and that's about it. And then you have Uprising. That's 2 weeks from now at 8th. That's the only thing I can think of at the top of my head right now. Locally in the 5-8.
Hellcat.
Coming up, we have the Uprising on the 6th. Paint of Thrones on the 7th. Sons of Liberty. And
20th.
Rhode Island at Warzone. For
November 20th. 20th, I believe that is.
November 8th, correct? And then December 4th. Oh, November 21st at Extreme Paintball in Agawam, Massachusetts, in the Toys for Tots. And then December 4th, the Collapse in Maryland.
Oh, that's right. That's the one that Teddy, right? Okay, yes.
Teddy's game? All right, Teddy's got a game there. All right.
Yes. I'm actually in the chat for that one. We're gonna have Teddy on. We'll talk about that one as well. Are you in the chat on that one, Hellcat?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, I'm in the chat for that one. Yeah, that one. I'm gonna have Teddy on that one. I know I'm gonna have Teddy come on. We'll probably have Teddy on this week. I'm also gonna have Jimmy's son from Sons of Hades, and I'm working on Paul Slater from Cousins. We were supposed to have him on this month, but the scheduling is an issue, so we're probably gonna have him next month. Paul from Cousins Paintball. Anything else you have, Hellcat, before I jump on to the gym?
No, that's kind of wrapping up the end of the year for me. I'm looking forward to starting a list for next year, but
There you go.
And February we have Hoth. I'm defending.
Oh yeah, we got somebody coming on in December for that. Talk about it for February.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, I'll go into that in a minute. Jim, what do you got?
We got Paint of Thrones, right, on the 7th coming up. We got Sons of Liberty on November 20th. And at Extreme Paintball, once again, Toys for Tots on the 21st. And I wanted to tell you guys, regulators, get ready. We got a lot of paintball to play, bros. So get ready.
Yeah, we do.
And then also for Sons of Liberty, Savage Beast, East Coast Hunters, and regulars, we coming for that ass, boys.
Oh shit.
Coming.
Oh shit.
Oh
Coming.
shit.
What the fuck?
I said it.
Oh,
Too bad there's no FLR. A lot of heads would have been going off.
I want to win.
Gene.
Oh, guys, you guys already know. Next week, Uprising. Well, it's going to be an epic weekend. So, Uprising November 6th. We will be playing against Hellcat. I'll be teaming up with Hancock, our captain, Ghost. We will go hey, I know Hellcat's gonna give us a run for our money, so I'm looking
So
forward to
Hellcat,
that.
put it on, bro.
Hey, with
Yo,
extra
put it on.
money.
Bro, listen, man. Listen, I'm saying I apologize ahead of time, brother. I apologize.
Mike,
But the good part is, the next day
yeah.
for Painted Throne.
Nin Boog. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And
Somebody made it.
Look who joins us at the end of the show.
Oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bishop St. Grimes Brothers Paintballing.
The selective few.
What's good, guys? It's good.
Now that Bishop's here, well, we're gonna say it anyways. November 7th, guys, Paint of Thrones. As you can see this panel right here, we are all, and I repeat this again, all playing with the selected few. This panel you see right here, these 7 wonderful gentlemen, dark side. I feel bad for you on the other side, guys.
We fucking y'all up, yo.
But the next event will be November 20th, Sons of Liberty. I will have the pleasure of teaming up with Hell and Jim for the second time. We will take over that field also. And for the future event, if I'm correct, we will have Winter Wars. That is going to be another event where we're going to have a great time. Other than that, I'm really looking forward to
What's the date on Winter Wars?
January 15th.
February 15th. January 15th,
It's
right.
going to be epic.
January
It's gonna be
15th.
epic. But we could always talk about that. All I want to know is next weekend, Dark Side, be ready.
Not this weekend. Not this weekend. The weekend
November
following.
16th. Yes, but it's a lot of this. I want to see, and I want to give a special shout out to my team, my 4 guys that came out with me: Intel, JV, Echo, and a big shout out to Solid Snake. For those who don't know, he was battling cancer, and he still is a little bit. And the man came out to the field on Saturday for the first time after battling cancer, and the man put on a show. Been fiending to get on that field to play, and I don't know how you can endure the pain of going through it. I've seen my mom and my family members go through it. My mom had cancer twice, my sister this year, and my aunt. And you have to have that resilience, that willpower to push through and continue on with your life after battling this disease. A shout out to my brothers for holding my back. Also, the 101, Flintlock and them, and Paul from Shadows. So, guys, November 7th, please be there and sign your waivers because it's going to be epic.
Be there on time.
Bishop, since you just jumped in and we're at the end of the show, I'll give you a couple of minutes so that you can plug in the event.
Yo, since I've been saying this, all week, every day on IG, Facebook, wherever I'm at, even on Generation MagFed, November 7th is going to be the WrestleMania of paintball. I swear. We're going to have every team from all over is coming through. It's going to be the select few versus Dark Side and all of our affiliates. The big game is going to be one of the biggest paintball big games that that I've ever had hosted. So it's going to be something to remember. I promise you guys. We got everybody coming out. Shout out to all the affiliates. Shout out to all you guys, East Coast Hunters, all the other teams that are supporting us. It's gonna be so fun. I can't wait to meet you guys. I can't wait to sling paint and watch your 6. I'm super excited. I'm so freaking hyped for this event. So hyped.
You have, just to give you a recap, Hancock is coming out to join the event, to join the select few. You have the regulators coming out to join the select few.
I heard.
You have the headhunters coming out to join the select few.
Oh yeah.
That's just the first 3. There are other teams that are coming out to join the select few.
I was trying to keep a lot of these on secret. You got guys like Will, Hayden. Pat's scared now. Pat's like, yo. You got all these teams. We got to make it even. Nah, fuck that, bro. Come on. We talked a lot of shit now. Now it's time to back it up.
No, you ain't making anything even, Patrick. You continue doing your recruiting like you're doing. and you put all your faith, put all your faith in Joker, and put all your faith in Lewis and the Assassin's Alliance, whom, by the way, I believe I have a scroll on me now. For those of you who don't know, a scroll is a hit. Yeah, I'm a wanted man now. So
the Assassins, the Alliance is playing against us.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
yes. I've reached out to.
Wait. Hancock got something to say. Go ahead, say it. Wait a minute.
Listen, I played against. You guys ever played against them?
Yes.
Yeah, this will be the first time I play against.
You already know. You already know. They bring the heat. They
do.
And they hit fast and hard too. Fast and hard.
Oh yeah, they do. I've seen Joker play. I've seen him. He's very quick, and to do it with 2 pistols, like I said, I give the man respect. But at the same time, he's running with no shield, just 2 pistols in his hands. And what he loves to do, he loves to get to that 50. And if you get to that 50, you are going to come to the barrel of my didam, fully auto, nonstop.
All right, listen. I'm gonna have to hit the extend button if we continue with this.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry I came in late.
I gotta take off, man.
I'm sorry I came in late. I was filming a promo that I'm gonna drop either. I'm definitely gonna drop it tomorrow. So yeah, I was filming a promo. That's why I came super late. But damn, I missed this podcast. Damn, I missed it.
That's all right. I'm gonna cue the music. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of seconds to go ahead and plug in what you want to plug in.
Yeah. So listen, guys. Whoever's watching, you got all the links in the feeds, both on YouTube and Facebook. And for any new watchers, like and subscribe. And we welcome anybody that's new.
Jim? Mr. Jim?
Baby.
There you go.
On our Facebook page, and see you soon, dude.
See you soon. Hellcat?
Well, Hunters, on Facebook. Come on out. Local field, and have an awesome time.
Dragon?
Guys, I spoke a lot about events, but I want to end it like this. Guys, don't forget, Toy Drive, Toys for Tot, Hancock, and the Savage Beast. For November 6th and November 7th, we will have a table, bring an unused toy to make a kid smile. Have a good night.
Bishop, one last time.
Peace, love, and I'll see you guys on the 7th.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show. Music's about to stop playing, but that's cool. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. Hope you enjoyed the panel. Hope your questions were answered. As you can see, we stuck to format. Mondays will be exactly that, events. Fridays will be open mic where you can talk your game, talk your shit, have fun. With that being said, guys, deuces, peace, love, be safe, and make sure you comment, click, subscribe, and like. YouTube, Generation MagFed, Mondays and Fridays, 8 p.m. Make sure you comment and subscribe. We're also podcasting now on Spotify. We're doing good.
Nice.
So, with that being said, guys, deuces, and I will catch you guys this Friday.
Shout out to everybody. Have a good night.
Play paintball.